Back in the day, before they had telephones and everything, if baby was born, you would put a conch shell out on a stick in your yard. Conchs were born in Key West.
My dad always told Brandon and I as kids that, you know, it's a sport you'll never be rich at it, but your quality of everyday life is bar none.
It's amazing childhood to grow up on the water. There's a huge advantage being born and raised down here for sure.
All the colors and scales. How awesome is that?
You know, like in the mornings when they were growing up, from the time, you know, they had their breakfast, they were going out on the water. It was just came natural to them.
Growing up in Key West, me and my brother spent our childhood on the water. Whether it was spearfishing, catching bonefish on fly, or even just hanging out at a sandbar till sunset for our family dinners. What at the time seemed like our normal days, I realize now is about as close to a fairy tale as you can get.
I was doing deep sea fishing at the time. Like I said, I'd done it for 23 years and I was getting burned out on it because the fishing wasn't as fun and it was a lot less fish.
We sold our offshore boat and a bunch of my mom's family moved from Key West to North Carolina. We just thought it was something different. You know, we were gonna go get in the woods and, you know, just different lifestyle, cooler weather.
I'll never forget being with my dad and we were watching ESPN Saltwater Saturdays with Jose Wahebe, and Jose was catching sailfish. And just how we were in awe, and I'll never forget my dad sitting there looked at me and my brother and said, "You guys want to go home?" And we're like, "Hell yeah," you know. And then within a short amount of time, we were back here in Key West and never looked back. And he signed a non-compete, so he couldn't go back into the offshore fishing. So he was going to try his hand for a few years in the flats fishing, and he just absolutely fell in love with it. You know, my father is by nature a hunter, and flats fishing is exactly that. So I think it really kind of unlocked something in him.
Because I've done it all. I've done deep sea, I've done light tackle, and I've done flats fishing. And flats fishing is so much more challenging. You throw a fly rod in the mix, and it doubles that. And for them to be, you know, have the passion for it and the talent that they do, I mean, I learn from them. I'm always constantly trying to find out, get little tips and tricks from them. So it's great to have two sons that are, you know, take me out fishing, son.
Yeah, so it's been an ebb and a flow. You know, they've fought a lot, they've liked each other a lot, and then they fought each other again, you know. I've heard a lot of complaints on both sides, to be honest with you, but they seem to have figured it all out.
They have a brotherly love that is stronger than most brothers, but there's also competition between them, you know.
Our relationship's only grown, you know, as the older we've gotten, you know. Again, we work together and help each other out. Neither one of us wants to see the other one struggle, and it happens to both of us. One day one of us is on, the next day the other one is. And, you know, it's a humbling experience, and, you know, there's still some competition in there, but, you know, in the end, we want both of us to succeed.
It's crazy. I know this is going to sound cliche, but I've known what I want to do my entire life. The thought that I could get paid to do something that I love but bring happiness to others and enjoyment, and like people escape their lives to come down here and fish. To be a part of that just seemed like what I was meant to be.
Honestly, I thought I wanted to be a commercial spear fisherman as a kid, and as I got older, I realized, you know, fishing was actually fly fishing in general. The sight fishing and the hunt is where my passion was. And because it's hard. It's not easy. There's days where you want to quit and give up, and then there's other days where it's exceptional and you catch a grand slam and dude, you're on cloud 9. Good job, my friend. I'm gonna go get one. You got this?
I got it. How awesome is that?
Key West is a fishery that is difficult. It's not easy. And I think that contributes to why the people that end up guiding here at a high level are really talented. One of the big things with fishing for anglers and guides is everybody wants to be good.
I never thought that their success would be as good as it is. I mean, I was happy. I would have been happy if they just was able to make a living, but they're doing really, really good, and hopefully their children will be able to carry it on too, and I'm very proud, amazingly proud.
I'll take over for you.
It's been a pleasure and an honor to watch them grow up since babies and figure it all out. They figured out fishing, the life part, the kids, and to make that happen in Key West is a lot more difficult than some people think. It's a great place to live, but you got to make some sacrifices to make it work, and they've done that for sure.
The consistent variable that never changed between me and Jared. We always had fishing together. And that was the one time where we settled our differences, nothing else mattered but that day on the water. So I'm really thankful for that.
Yeah, sure.
Your turn.
You go.